Yo, it's JDI Vance. Me got baby face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water, make Gulf US survey. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Me got baby face, me got big chair. Trump bad, Trump good, me no care. Me write big book, kill billies and stuff. Now me important, we're tired tough. Me go Yale school, me learn big word. Now me forget everything me heard. Silicon people give me job, me take. Now me like Trump, me make no mistake. Yo, it's JD Advance. Fight, walk, folk, me say never die. Me protect kids, me born liberal. Him, them, there. America simple, only two gender. Me face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water, make Gulf US survey. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. So many gender for my agenda. Went on a bender, execo the sender. Might take Panama just like na. Might take Gaza, pop then a plaza. With this my majesty.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of Unit 199. Didn't think I was going to go live tonight, but damn it, everything is happening right now. The world is crazy, absolute insanity going on. And it's not just the protest. There's all types of shit going on. I'm trying to watch some football. I'm trying to hang out, watch some football, eat some pizza, be lazy, but yet here we are because shit is crazy everywhere. We have protests, paid protests going on all over the country. We have reports that President Trump has ordered military plans to go invade Greenland. I don't know if that's true. We have reports that Canada is looking to ban Twitter/X. There is a lot going on. Obviously, everything going on with Iran is hitting an insane level. Pizza sounds better than this. Oh, boy. I know it. There's a lot going on. But first, let me say hello to everyone in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Kate says, Mage IDOT, what are the rules for Sabaton? Do we need to request it at the kickoff for a live stream? Is it allowed at certain times or certain nights? Help us, please. All right, listen. So here's how it goes, okay? It's really as long as I don't have another stream to jump on, or if I'm not running late, I have no problem playing it. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. So those are the rules, which means there are no rules, really. Packy Proton says, tagged you on on 20 with a bunch of news items. Yes, I saw them. Thank you. I appreciate it. You've been keeping me in the loop. Let's see. AJ says, I fully support law enforcement officers. Well, I do too, as I always have. But yeah, I mean, look, you've got this right here. Canada is considering banning X. The American invasion can't come soon enough. This is a layered thing too. It's not just like Canada. So Canada apparently is working with multiple. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. No, it's right here. Here it is right here. So Keir Starmer held talks with Australia and Canada to organize blocking X across all three countries. This has now been confirmed by number 10. I don't know who number 10 is, but multiple places are reporting on this. Starmer says the block is to prevent bikini pictures, but we know the real reason is to censor free speech and hide the truth. So there you have it right there. By the way, did the Bears get a field goal? Okay, so it's 21-9. right now. Panthers and Rams game was absolutely retarded, and I mean that in a good way. It was just crazy. So that was a wild game. Yeah, so right here, the British government is working with Canada and Australia to all ban X at the same time. So they believe this will send a powerful message to Elon Musk. Let's see. They also believe that President Trump won't intervene if multiple countries ban X simultaneously. I'm sorry, but you motherfuckers are in for a rude awakening if you think Trump's not going to get involved in this shit, especially with Canada's involvement. Yeah, that's going to backfire completely. Okay, so next up, and again, it's just been a day full of craziness. Let's see. Next up on, and I just want to kind of give you kind of a recap of what's going on. Insurrectionists are being arrested in LA after pushing the limits. The takedown and apprehension triggered another leftist who lost his mind and started yelling at officers. So chaos all over the fucking board. And we've got good playoff football going on right now. Laughing Halfren for 20 says, hello, everyone, and God bless. Muay Thai class was literally hell. We did shin on shin contact, and it was swollen up beyond belief. I learned a lot and had good class, still working towards the fight. Also, a Battlefield 6 tonight. Glad it's going good, brother. Appreciate the update. Hope you're doing well. All this horror business is working on Saturday night tax, ban GCLs. I wouldn't call this work. Not at all. This is me just making fun of crazy leftists. So I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Let's see here. Got that. It's official. The protests are all paid. This woman was spotted at 100 different protests. She admitted to being a professional. Massive left-wing funding from Act Blue goes into this. It is happening right now against ICE. She is a professional protester. I found her at almost 100 different protests. Look at her portfolio, shall we? Here's her outside Trump Tower saying TikTok time's up. Here's her saying ban guns, not drag. Amazing. This is her telling us that lies have consequences. She's also very passionate about abortion. Even in the video right now, she's just wearing a hat that says it. So right here, I mean, it's crazy, dude.
I'm right now I'm representing myself, and I'm representing the folks at Rise and Resist who have been trained
so Rise
to
and
be
Resist.
marshals.
How much do they pay you to wear this vest?
Absolutely nothing.
Really?
So I did some digging, and the woman trying to stop my interview is named Karen Shaw. She is a professional protester. I found her at almost 100 different protests. Let's look at her portfolio, shall we? Here's her outside Trump Tower saying TikTok time's up. Here's her saying ban guns, not drag. Amazing. This is her telling us that lies have consequences. She is also very passionate about abortion. Even in the video right now, she's just wearing a hat that says abortion on it. Sometimes she gets less creative though and just holds a sign that says enough. Now here I found her working with a different professional protester that I've exposed. This is Stuart Waldman. He was there when they raised the Palestinian flag over City Hall in Rhode Island.
Everyone knows you.
Everyone knows me?
You are. They know what you do.
I know what you do as well, Stuart Waldman. You are on the board of riseandresist.org, the company that is paying people like Karen for a second job as a professional protester. And the donation link to give you money is just Act Blue, which is the fundraising platform for the Democrat Party. That's who you are, Stuart Waldman. Now back to Karen. I found her with another professional protester that I've exposed. This was back at the Tesla protest. This is just a few photos of this other professional protester out of maybe 50 that I found.
It's not real. Like, none of this is real. It's so obvious. But, you know, whatever. 4th and 20, Green Bay's punting, 12 minutes to go. The Bears have to score right now. They have to. And a good punt return, too. Sorry, I'm going to be paying attention to the game. Golden Nugget says, I got banned from Asma's channel by a bot because I said a word that sounded like a bad word. So dumb. Oh, well, their loss or your gain. Is it really my gain, Golden Nuggets, to have you here? Is it really? Sorry that happened to you, though. Slick Gospel says, I know Jeremy got the Freddie Mercury stash going on. Every time I don't, so I didn't even think I was going to be live today, so I didn't shave yesterday. Every time I let my my facial hair grow out, people like, oh my God, Jeremy's got facial hair. So I don't know. It happens every single time I do this. But back to this, all of the chaos here that we are seeing across the board. And look, man, I'm telling you, so there was a map. So they were basically showing this map, and they were basically like, you're going to have the United States, you're going to have Alaska and Greenland, and it's all going to be surrounding Canada. Canada will have they already don't have any negotiation power, but if we take Greenland, like Canada is going to be completely fucked. Now, on one side of it, they're going to be completely protected. But on the other side of it, they're going to be completely surrounded. And we are absolutely going to take Greenland. I think that's just a done deal. It's just a matter of when he's going to do it. Yeah, what is this? Hang on. North Carolina. Oh, this is, I don't know if this is old or not. Breaking video shows liberals being trained to fight with federal agents and ICE at North Carolina churches surfacing, with viewers demanding a crackdown on organizations funding and encouraging. Okay, so this is them showing how
has already started. As we said, people have been doing the same thing. This was an event at a church there on Monday night. People acted out immigration detainments, and the rest of the room practiced filming them and making noise to call attention to them. Has already.
Yeah, I don't know if that's legit or not, but I mean, the video, I believe that actually takes place all the time. Let's see here. Oh, there's way too much going on right now. A new crowd has reportedly descended on downtown Los Angeles following protest now that it is night, with helmets, black clothing, and backpacks. They're all dressed in black. This is all a different crowd than we saw earlier when we first got here in the daylight. These are different. They're all in uniform. They're all in black helmets, black jeans, and black booties. Probably mean hoodies.
Yeah, that's what I said. The instigators show up later in the night. They come here after the sun goes down, and then the crowd changes from people holding signs. And
Kevin Spears says, dude, F sports, worry about the world that impacts you and your family. You know what? Fuck off. Now I should just shut the fucking stream down just to go watch sports because of your retarded ass comment. I might just, you know what? Maybe I'll just turn this into a fucking sports stream now just because you said that dumb shit. Maybe I'll just give a play-by-play on the fucking game now just to piss you in particular off. Maybe I'll do that. Worry about things that are important. I'm wearing a fucking Mario hoodie surrounded by video games. I'm a fucking retard from Alabama. My parents might be brother and sister. If you're looking for me to be the person that reports on the most important news of the day, we are all fucked at that point. Anyway, thank you for the super chat, Kevin. Slane Hope says, weak as the world is, Trump might as well take it. Damn right. Damn right. Okay. Back to this.
Dressed in normal clothes to look at everybody here. They're all dressed in black. You notice that? Everybody's dressed in black. Did you notice that? Yeah. Everybody's dressed in black. This is all a different crowd than we saw earlier when we first got here in the daylight. These are all a different, they're all in uniform. They're all in their black helmets, black jeans, black hoodies. They usually have either a gas mask on or they have some kind of mask covering their face so you can't see them, and they're all dressed the same. These guys weren't here when it was daylight. They come here after the sun goes down. You can see everybody here is in black. These are the ones that we're worried about, one of them throwing something at the officers. They all carry backpacks. They have a toolkit.
Touchdown Bears! Touchdown Bears!
From the other protesters, usually either rocks, frozen water bottles, or tear gas. Sometimes they have a hammer to break cement off of curbs so they can make more rocks.
I hope that the Trump administration is following all of this shit right now and keeping tabs on all of it, because we know what's going on. We know this is happening. And it is creating other weak-minded, crazy liberals to kind of follow the crowd. I mentioned that last night. So this is all organized. It's all put together, through, various fundings and things like that. But then you have people that in the local areas that they see this is going on because it's getting, traction online. And so you have the locals that are getting involved just because they want to be part of something. Half of them don't care what that something is. They just want to be part of something. And so, it's been funny to watch it right here. Minneapolis citizens just went berserk on anti-ICE leftist agitators who are blocking the roads. You ain't no fucking police. You don't give a fuck about anything but your fucking self. Piece of shit. Americans are fed up. Run them over. Not endorsing that, by the way. I meant in GTA.
You fucking piece of shit.
Beat that ass.
Stop engaging. We're trying to get in the lead.
There it is. So, let's see. Mod Eric says everyone knows Jeremy can't grow facial hair. He glues pubes to his face. SCD says go to Reposit and grab daughter's revenge. Kevin Spears says shut it down then. You won't because you're a greedy. You're a greedy? Can you say greedy piece of shit? You stream over your friends anyway. You sound like a woman, dude. And I appreciate you sending me money to call me greedy, by the way. I mean, I would have highlighted your comment without you sending the 5 because it would have been good to respond. But now you send the money anyway. Yes, I'm greedy. Yes, I'm a grifter. What else are you going to call me? You're going to call me a racist and a sexist and a misogynist and a Nazi? Who gives a fuck? Dark Red Knight says, I think Carney is banning X because his support is slipping fast. I'm starting to miss Trudeau. He was gay and retarded, but Carney is evil. When Trump decides to focus in on Canada, Canada's fucked. Whenever that time is. So we'll see how that all plays out. Joey says, Jeremy, isn't there a task force that's trying to figure out who's funding these protests? I mean, I'm sure that they've got things in the works. Let's hope that actually follow through with that, though. Marmillan says, here I sent you 10 talk about sports. I don't care about sports, but to piss that dude off. I like when, oh shit, what was that? Is that a fucking fumble? I like when they go on daily and they go at Ryan, and then Ryan goes on a rant about when people tell us not to care about sports. It's like we literally cover sports at Geeks and Gamers. Incoherent Name says, Axios claims MTG leaked Trump's location where those protests popped off 10 feet from him at a restaurant. Not saying I believe it, but it does explain their feud. Yeah, I did hear that report the other day. There was so much news that, that I forgot to even cover that, but I did see that report. Don't know if it's legit, but I did see the report. Who recovered? Did Packers recover? I'm trying to watch. Nips Litter says, Jeremy never reads super chats that I don't send. I know, but I do read your regular comments more than almost anybody. How you get away with that, I don't know, but I respect your game. I respect your game for sure. Right here, help me understand how these people have infinite amounts of time on their hands to protest. I barely have time to go to the grocery store after work. How do thousands of people have all day to go out and protest for illegal immigrant criminals? You know the answer to that. We all know the answer to that. We know exactly what the answer is. Pat got it? Okay. Chris says, Jeremy, read this. See? I always try to read the chat. Always. I've got the Rumble chat. ADD Jeremy. Fuck Doc Rivers too, says Dan the Man. That's a good point. I don't want to bring up Doc Rivers. You want to talk about sports? We can talk about sports. But right here, before we get to that, President Trump has been briefed on options to strike Iran during the ongoing protest. He has not made a final decision, but he did tweet out that the United States of America has their back. So again, if you just take a step back from everything, like this is how important Donald Trump is to the entire world. This thing in Iran does not happen if Trump is not president. This thing does not happen at all. He is inspiring people everywhere to stand up against the bullshit. It's absolutely unbelievable. His impact on the world is second to none right now. No one is as important as Trump in the world. Elon is right there, though. And I think Elon over time probably could become more important than Trump because, you know, Elon is a lot younger and everything that he's doing. But right now, Trump it's just incredible. It really is. What a time to be alive. I agree. We're witnessing history right now with the impact that Trump is having. The Iranian people are asking for Trump to help them. I saw a poll. It was from, I think it was Jack Posobiec. Jack Posobiec put up a poll. I couldn't believe this. Let me see if I can find it. So Jack Posobiec, whatever you think of Jack Posobiec, you have whatever opinion you want. You know me, I actually don't dislike Jack, but his pop culture takes are horrendous. And he got mad at me when I ratioed him. But he put up a poll earlier. Jack tweets so much. Okay, right here. Which do you care more about? 12,000 votes. I was actually shocked that it was this close. And it just shows you people are like, I mean, Minneapolis is just such a disaster. I mean, I voted Minneapolis, but people are very, very supportive of, you know, Iran standing up against all of this craziness. And I'm sure the images of the hot women in Iran probably are helping gain some of that support. Let's see here. I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about with that, but you've got a lot of these women that are taking off their hijabs and they are, I mean, really, I mean, it's what Hollywood has forgotten. If you just put hot women into something, people are going to focus on it more. They're going to care more. By the way, when people ask me, what are your politics, Jeremy? Can you explain what your politics are? I can explain it in an image. This is my politics. Whatever, make of that what you want. This is my politics right here. So if you ever want to know, can you explain your politics? That's my politics. 100%. That describes it to a T. All right. And that's how it's always going to be. So, imagine trying to make fun of JD Vance's looks. It's not going to happen. You're not going to make fun of JD Vance's looks because MAGA does enough of that as it is. So, now, apparently, this was earlier, but liberals are now performing witchcraft over Renee Good's memorial in Minneapolis. What? Woo! Okay. Yeah, that'll win the voters over right there. That'll win. Yeah, that'll definitely win the voters over, I guess. I don't know what the hell's going on here. So, yeah, there you have it. Have fun with that one, I guess. Packers are driving. Packers just fucking scored. Holy crap. What a play. Packers touchdown. Holy crap. Damn. That might have sealed the deal right there. I mean, there's still 6 minutes to go, but that might have sealed the deal. Ryan Kennel, not going to be very happy. Not going to be very happy at all. Right here, though, I played it last night, but right here, this is the Iranian. And of course, yeah, people will care. You know, when hot chicks are involved, people care. So there you have it. I know many of you have said that it was filmed in Canada. I don't know where it was filmed. Many people said it was Canada. Many people said she's in Iran. I don't know. Another thing that's not going to happen with me, just so we're clear. So, well, let me tell you what's going to happen with other YouTubers and podcasters over the next couple of weeks. Other YouTubers and podcasters are going to start Googling Iran, looking up things about Iran, and then giving you basic surface level talking points about Iran to make you think that they understand what's going on in Iran. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know what the fuck is going on in Iran. What I'm going to say is that there's hot chicks that are protesting, and that makes me interested. Because I'm not going to sit there and go, well, let me tell you what's going on over in Iran. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know anything about Iran. I'm not going to pretend that shit. But that's, and I'm not saying that about Asmongold, by the way. I have listened to some of Asmongold's stuff on it just because I was interested in it. And I think Asmon just has really, you know, I think he's pretty knowledgeable in various amount of places. Am I skipping? Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? I'm not seeing any issues. Stream health. All right. Bit of lag. Okay. Yeah, I am seeing no issues on my end. Okay. So I know that it's weird to say this, but if you refresh, even if you can't hear me, it will fix itself. So I'll give it Slick Gossip says back, unfortunately. Okay, are we back now? Are we good? Okay, we good now. All right. So anyway, I was watching some of Asmongold stuff, and I like listening to his takes on stuff. But like generally speaking, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see a ton of people pretend that they know what's going on in Iran and they understand, all the breakdown. And no, they don't. They're basically reading talking points and then, basically pretending like they know what's going on. Here's what I know. There's a bunch of attractive women that are protesting, taking off their hijabs, and that generally makes most men interested. So there you have it. Sports teams do lag easily. Well, yeah, I mean, right now we got 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. We'll see. Mark of Reality says, is Florida the only state where it's legal to go ahead and drive over protesters blocking traffic? Florida puts the responsibility for obstructing traffic on the obstructor. I don't know if this is the only state, but DeSantis has been a game changer here. I know a lot of people have their negativity towards DeSantis because of the election and everything like that. And like, I'm beyond that. I'm over all of that. That stuff is kind of done and over. Oh shit, we got some stuff popping off right now.
Yeah, they rushed him again. I missed him. Hold. I gotta go on this side now. Come on.
I saw somebody in the chat ask me what's a good part of Florida to move to. Florida is a terrible place to live. I would not recommend moving to Florida in any capacity. It's terrible. It's horrible. There's alligators. They eat people. It's just a bad place. I would never recommend anyone come to Florida. It's a really bad place. In all seriousness, though, basically it's weird because the only place in Florida that would be deemed not great is the area that I'm in, which is Central Florida, because Central Florida, it lag again. Do I have to restart this stream? What the fuck? Rumble, are we lagging on Rumble? Yeah, we're having all type of problems tonight, man. What's going on? Central Florida is about the only major blue area right now in the state. So pretty much if you're not in Central Florida, you're good to go. What was that? No, it's a lot of people in my chat are saying no issues that they have, but we lost like 500 viewers. So a lot of people are, there is a lag issue on the YouTube side. Rumble says there's no lag over there.
Keith Porter, yeah. Oh, they just took her. You saw that? Did you guys see that? Look at that chat. They just saw her and they took her. She was doing nothing.
She was doing nothing. She was doing nothing. Real quick, we'll go back to that, but J.K. Rowling just tweeted this out. If you claim to support human rights, yet can't bring yourself to show solidarity with those fighting for their liberty in Iran, you've revealed yourself. You don't give a damn about people being oppressed and brutalized. And she made this. So the Iran stuff is going to be a big story over the next few weeks, depending on what Trump ends up doing. And like I said, get ready for your favorite podcaster to pretend that they know everything about what's going on in Iran. Now when I saw someone say that was doing, they said PBD. PBD is Iranian. So like, I'm sure he has a very good idea, but most of these podcasters are going to Wikipedia Iran, get their basic talking points, watch some lore video, and then start talking about it like they have a fucking clue. Get ready for the Iran bros to tell you exactly what's going on. Is Gary here? What's up, Gary? All right, Chicago is driving down the field. Chicago's driving. Gary, I was talking to Gary earlier. I was somehow excited I was to sit around and watch football. And now here I am, streaming and watching football. Oh, Ian Carroll. Ian Carroll's absolutely going to tell you how this is all going to be Jews are going to take over Iran and all that. PBD is not Iranian. He's not. I thought he was. Am I wrong about that? I thought he was. He's Armenian. Okay. He's Armenian. Okay. Well, let me just go ahead and say same difference. Okay. Same difference. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let me see where this is. What is this? What? Reporter tried to calmly ask white liberal women in Minnesota some questions about immigration. It went how you'd imagine.
This is what we're dealing with on the ground. All over. That's right. Actually, I'm very respectful. And you're not respectful at all in any way. I just want to ask, do you believe in illegal immigration? Do you think U.S. taxpayers should be funding housing for illegals and medical care?
Smart man. He is so intelligent. This man, he's got nothing to say. He's got nothing to say.
I got a lot to say.
He's a big man. He's a big man.
Now I'm a Nazi.
What a big man.
Oh.
What a big man. Bye,
Crazy.
bye, big man.
I'm very respectful.
Bye, bye, big man.
I'm very respectful. here. This is the mentality. This is the state of the United States right now.
Good Lord. Holy shit. That is exactly what you would expect. As the headline said, touchdown Bears. I have not checked on Ryan yet, Gary, but touchdown Bears. 4 minutes to go. Incoherent name says Tucker Carlson did an interview with James Fishback, who is running for Florida governor. He has a lot of base takes and says some concerning things about Byron Donalds. Worth a listen during downtime if you plan on voting. Well, I don't know a lot about James Fishback. He's kind of come out of nowhere. I know that, Byron Donalds, obviously Trump has endorsed him. I think Byron Donalds is going to run away with it unless something massive happens, something unforeseen. But I'm hearing a lot of people talking about Fishback, so I don't know. But I'm right now at this point, I'm completely, on Byron Donald's side. Golden Nugget says, you inspire me, Jeremy, with a heart. I don't know what that means. Darth Manic says, if New England loses, I'm rioting. EHEB says, if Iran's regime falls, that's massively damaging to multiple terrorist organizations and authoritarian regimes. We can see dozens of authoritarian regimes fall in the next 10 years. I don't think people understand the level of what the fuck is about to happen. It's going to be crazy.
Do this.
Now I got people in chat telling me PBD is Iranian. I don't fucking know. Nullface says, you cut away as everyone started running and you kept yakking for 10 minutes. It was torture waiting for you to get back to the live shot. It was nothing, though. I forgive you. Well, I appreciate it. It got me a $10 super chat out of it. Marmilla says, I agree with Ryan. It isn't homophobia. It is misogyny for me as well. Pippi says, did you see Benny's piece on the Venezuelan security guard story that tech we used that night that they captured Maduro? I didn't see that. There's this huge debate on, is PBD Iranian or Armenian?
Dude.
I don't know.
Is that the new one, the XL? Is it faster?
Yeah,
Is it?
got a lot more torque.
It looks bigger too.
That's a good spot to get the LA backdrop.
Yeah, no, I tried. I was planning on going to Facebook with my family. Just cover that stuff. We can stay here.
What is this? Hold on.
I think so.
Hold on. Is it? And just like that, this psycho Karen no longer wants gun control. She's preparing for war against MAGA.
Good afternoon. Fuck Donald Trump. Today I was at the range, and it'll do your heart good to know there was a lot of women there. I was there not with but with the little one that I carry with me all the time, and I'm going to show you up here a little picture of what I was aiming at today. You motherfucking MAGA fucks, you might think that we're out here just sitting around wondering what's going to happen. I ain't wondering about shit. I know what's going to happen. Fuck you.
These people are fucking insane, man. They're insane. By the way, second down, 3:54 to go, 2nd and 8. This is a huge play. We need to get a 3rd and long out of this. They're going to run some time down. I can't see timeouts. It looks like both teams have 3 timeouts, I think, if I'm seeing that correctly.
Run away. Good afternoon.
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable one-handed catch. Holy shit. Holy shit. ICE agents are storming homes and rounding up entire families in Minneapolis. Liberals in the area are furious. A lone patriot is out here defending ICE. Let's go.
Sir, settle down.
Everybody in the car, did you take a picture of their license plate? What's your name? What's your name? Can we call anyone for you?
Over here, hon.
Are you okay? What's your name?
Back up, please. Back up.
Do something helpful. Get out of the ambulance. Do not want to hear that. Don't sign anything. Do not sign anything. Get out anything. You are ashamed. You are ashamed.
Back up. Back.
This is why I just have this mentality of like when someone is mad at something I'm doing, I will just do more of that thing. And like, I don't care how angry you are. I don't care how much you cry. I don't care how much you scream. I don't care. And when I hear these people crying, it just makes me more radicalized as a Trump supporter.
What the fuck are you doing here? Go get a real job. Get out of our city. You are not doing anything. Get out of our city.
You ready?
You know what you are. Get out.
James All Day TV says, do I think this will affect the midterms? I think this will affect the midterms from a standpoint of it only will help Trump, for sure. But I think that we live in such a time where things move so fast that I think that this in particular could be forgotten, especially with the stuff going on with Iran, stuff going on with Greenland. I think this stuff could be forgotten relatively quickly.
Two other fucking kids.
That was fucked up.
The fuck out of our state.
Yeah, somebody said, like, we're not even talking about Venezuela. Well, we're not talking about Venezuela because that actually did make Trump look good. And, of course, the liberals don't want to talk about things that make Trump look good. That was an incredible military operation, removing a dictator. And the people of Venezuela were celebrating and happy. And that's why you haven't heard a lot about Venezuela. They wanted to move on from that very quickly.
And that was wrong. Get the shirt, man. Get the shirt, man. You're not fucking with ICE.
America has a 2-week memory. Honestly, like, that's just social media, unfortunately. Sad reality of it.
You are less than human. You have no humanity.
Fuck, you would like it in the back, you fucking weirdo.
It's really fun. You should try it.
Hey, y'all ain't the problem, bro.
In the fucking face. Fuck yourself.
3rd and 10 right now, by the way.
They the problem.
That's what you better do. You better. Shut your fucking doing ass up. Shut the fuck up. You fucking liberal motherfucking rights. We're gonna come back here. Yeah, video it, motherfuckers. You better check my record.
Again, if anyone asks, this is my politics. This explains everything about my politics. Every single bit of it. And it pisses off people like these two clowns, Doc Rivers and Steve Kerr. By the way, Steve Kerr, his son is named Nick. It's interesting when you say Nick with the last name very quickly. But let's listen to Doc Rivers.
You know, what happened in Minnesota was a straight up murder, in my opinion. And it's awful. You know, this lady was probably trying to go home and she didn't make it home, and that's really sad. So, you know, what happened in Minnesota is
Lady was probably trying to go home. Lady was blocking traffic and did not listen to the orders of the officers that she was trying to block, keeping them from doing their job. And her general contractor lesbian wife was also out there talking shit. Oh my God.
It was a straight up murder, in my opinion. And it's awful. You know, this lady was probably trying to go home, and she didn't make it home, and that's really sad. So the whole ICE thing it's a travesty. You know, it's clearly, to me, we're attacking brown people, and I just happen to be brown. And I don't think it should just be brown people who are upset at this. I think we all have to be. I don't care what side of this thing you are on politically. What's going on in our country right now is absolutely wrong as far as the race stuff. The politics, I'm not going to get into. The race stuff, I will, and it's just wrong, and we have to do something. But the only thing we can do right now is keep speaking up, because it doesn't seem like they care, and that's troublesome. Last thing I'm going to say, because I don't want to stay on this, but I could.
I know.
I keep thinking
I know,
about
like,
kids.
Does someone want to tell Doc Rivers that she was white? Does anyone want to inform him of this? I bet Doc Rivers is the same type of clown that says Kyle Rittenhouse murdered black people. That's probably what Doc Rivers says. By the way, Green Bay missed the field goal. Holy shit. Green Bay missed the field goal.
And when I grew up, the president was always the role model.
And you think Trump is not a role model now, Doc Rivers? This is my role model right here.
And when they took over, Buttigieg, who has no clue, you know, he drives to work on his bicycle with his, in all fairness, with his husband on the back, which is a nice, loving relationship. But he didn't have a clue. This guy didn't have a clue. And he's actually a contender for president. Between him and Crockett, you can have that party.
Or, I mean, okay, maybe that's not your cup of tea. How about this? Is this not a role model right here?
Or her cat was named Vagina.
I mean, what? That's top tier role model stuff right there. That is top tier. How about this?
To call Biden a criminal. Why is that?
He is a criminal. He's a criminal. He got caught, read his laptop, and you know who's a criminal? You're a criminal for not reporting it. You are a criminal for not reporting it. Let me tell you something. Joe Biden is a criminal, and he's been a criminal for a long time, and you're a criminal in the media for not reporting it. Good luck, everybody. Have a good...
And I think about that and the effect of being a bully, lying. How is that good for our kids? And that worries me for our future. So I'll stop there.
So there's Doc Rivers. We also have Steve Kerr, Golden State Warriors head coach.
The Timberwolves.
By the way, isn't there a story about Michael Jordan punching Steve Kerr? Isn't that like a thing? Am I right about that? Hang on. Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr. Isn't that a legit story? Michael Jordan. Yes. Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in practice back in the day. Hell yeah.
You know, recognized, her life and the tragic nature of her death. And it's shameful, really, that in our country, we can have law enforcement officers who commit murder and seemingly get away with it. It's shameful that the government can come out and lie about what happened when there's video. And witnesses who have all come out and disputed what the government is saying. So very demoralizing, devastating to lose, anyone's life, especially in that matter. So
it's amazing how he says that that how can they sit there and lie when there's video evidence, yet he himself is sitting here lying with video evidence. Welcome to the clowns of the NBA. Absolute losers. Right here, moments ago, police tackle an agitator to the ground in Los Angeles. We have no audio, but there you have it right there. God, man, a bunch of fucking worthless people out here just causing problems and just hoping to be involved in the next controversial situation. That's all this is. I just don't understand why these people want to be out here in this chaos. I don't understand what motivates that. But we had no audio on that. So let's see. We got Metal Man of Madness for 20 says, seeing this crap makes me extremely thankful that I live in the woods. I think that's a damn good choice right there, sir. Live as far away from people as you can. Editor MG says, crazy white liberal women. This is why, as a white guy, I like based, cute, cool black women. Thank you for the 10. All this hard businesses. I can understand Iran being important. We severely need less Islamic extremist governments in the world. Agreed. Slain Hope says, not for nothing, but if MAGA dressed up like Antifa and went to these protests, Tampon Tim pigs wouldn't know who to arrest and would just sit it out. Chad says she would, should we care about Minneapolis? What I mean by that is that let the people in Minnesota figure it out. All I know is, boy, I'm glad I'm from Oklahoma. Yeah, I mean, look, on one hand, it's hard because like you don't know truly how much fraud is in these areas. You have no idea. I mean, I truly believe that if we had free and fair elections and there wasn't fraud, I don't think that 50 states would vote Republican, but I think that it would be a landslide every time. I mean, let's just remember. Do you guys remember Ronald Reagan? Do you remember Ronald Reagan carried what, 49 states? Do you remember what one state that Ronald Reagan didn't carry? Does anyone remember the one state that Ronald Reagan did not carry? I'll let you guess. Minnesota. That's right. Minnesota. So it's just like, Minnesota's the only state that Ronald Reagan did not win. For those that don't remember, if you go back and look at the, I'll show you. Oh, crap. 3rd and 4. Chicago's driving. Holy crap. This was it right here. Jeez, look at this, bro. Is it that Reagan had 525 electoral votes? Mondale had Minnesota. I guess DC's there too. So you got DC. You got 3 out of DC. But look at that, man. So, yeah, Minnesota. Oh, my God. Chicago scored. They might have scored too quick. Holy shit. What a game. What a game. Woo. Man, I bet Ryan. Should I call Ryan? I'm not going to call Ryan. I can't do that to my boy. I know he's stressing out. I can't do that. Is this the bike? Yeah, here we go right here. Look at him. I need to see what's going to happen right here. And I'm watching the game. So this is only now. Are we at the point? They shut down pretty early in Minnesota, it seems like. What are they doing? They don't know what they're doing. They have no fucking clue what they're doing. They're all idiots and all retards. So I was hoping we were going to get some action there, but it doesn't look like it. What is this? Hold on. Okay, I didn't see this earlier. So we have I have not seen this. 3.5 minute video shows the moments leading up to the ICE agents firing at Renee Good at Minneapolis. The footage was filmed by someone from their home. Good's vehicle comes into view about 45-second mark. Good appeared to be dancing in the car to the sound of honks. Loud honking was heard throughout the entire video, appearing to come from Good's vehicle. Good's vehicle was perpendicular in the street for most, if not all, of the 3.5 minutes. Video stops the moment before the shots were fired. So here we go. I have not seen this. So we're about to see her enter the picture right here. All right, here she is. This is her. Guys, she was just trying to get home. Doc Rivers said she was just trying to get home. I can't believe this. I can't believe that she was just trying to get home while honking her horn in the middle of the fucking road, blocking ICE agents. She was just trying to get home. Thank you, Spud Boy. I'll get to that one in just a minute. Yeah, the cameraman does. Like, this cameraman sucks. But I mean, he's not like, he didn't think he was going to be filming something mega viral. He just thought he was trying to keep an eye on, what was going on. By the way, we had a 4th and 7 coming up. 4th and 7, 1:05 to go. Jordan Love in the shotgun. Let's see what happens. I was a false start. I look like a false start. First fucking down. Holy shit. Spud Boy for 50 says the officers of the LAPD know how to do their job in situations like this. But the chief is appointed by the liberal mayor, the liberal city council, and the liberal police commission. Hands are tied, and the citizens of Los Angeles suffer. Very well said. Very well said. You are correct. And I think this is kind of why Minnesota is so lost, because you have nothing but liberal Democratic leadership. You know what I mean? It's just, so it's like, what truly, without going full dictator king mode, what can Trump actually do? You know what I mean? What can he do? You got to let the states run themselves to a certain extent. And I would, I don't know what the letter of the law is to disturbing the peace, but this kind of seems like disturbing the peace to me. You know, she's just trying to get home. She was just trying to get home, guys. How about turn the sound off, Jeremy? It's annoying. I mean, it's part of the video. We got to hear what's going on. So, and nobody wants to hear me. So again, this is her right here. This is the, I think, yeah, this is her and the Honda Pilot. This is this idiot right here. For a minute, I thought my stomach was growling and not the fucking dog. The dog growling. You're like, is my stomach growling? Yep, here comes ice right here. So the video cuts off. We've got about 20 seconds left on the video, but apparently it cuts off right. Cuts off right when, right before everything goes down, apparently. And there. Did they cut it off? Why would they stop it as ice ages are getting out? Or I don't know, man. Why would they do that? That's a perfect angle. Why would they turn it off? If you recorded all of that shit, why did you turn it off right when shit was getting good? Talk about blue balls. Damn. I gotta imagine there's more there, but that's all we have. That's all we have. So, wow, that's so frustrating. Damn. Let me see. We got, is this another one? Yep. Okay. Yeah, many people are up. Wait, is this? No, okay. Yeah, I see people uploading that that same clip. What is this? Is this another? Is this the same clip? Okay, that's the same clip that we had earlier, right there. Oh my goodness, that was almost an interception. That was almost an interception. Holy crap. The game is crazy right now. Let's see what's going on these feeds. So this is LA. We don't have anything from Minnesota on these feeds. It's just all LA. All this horror business is let's see. Do you remember the old Sally Field TV movie, Not Without My Daughter? Pretty sure that was about Iran. Most of my info would come from that. Editor MG says, lol, okay, then move to SC. Forest Beyond the Trees says, Florida is full AF. Eric says, Patrick Bet David, born October 18, 1978 in Tehran, Iran. Persian is Iranian. See, I was right. I was right, internet. The Buzz DJC says, can we send in the Marines yet? You know, let them keep making a fool of themselves. That's where I'm at with it. Troy News says, it's all theater. I live in LA and I watched you cover the riots last year. I drove around for a few hours and didn't see a damn thing. But those few select streets make it look like Mad Max. That's a good point. That's a good point. Green Bay. Oh my goodness, it's going to be 3rd and 15. I think Chicago might fucking win. I think Chicago might fucking win. Kate Banfield says this libtard shit gets tiring over on Rumble. Thank you, Kate. Matt Frog says ban liberal women from the American server. EF says PBD isn't Middle Eastern, he's Mexican. Golden Nuggets is Trump's biggest challenge yet, white lib women. It's true. Sad but true. Okay, so they put 7 seconds back on the clock. It's 3rd and 15. Green Bay is about, where are they at? About the 27-yard line. Green Bay is in shotgun. No, oh, he fumbled the fucking ball. He got it back up. He's scrambling. He's running around the pocket. He's trying to make something. Jordan Love's trying to make something. Drop the fucking interception. Game's over. Chicago fucking wins. Chicago wins. Ryan Kennel's going to be happy. Ryan Kennel will be happy. Ryan's going to be in a good mood. I don't know if I like that. Holy shit, what a game. Great stuff. A little accurate says, isn't it fascinating that people who tore down Confederate statues are using the Confederate argument against deportations? Yeah, it's almost like liberals don't have any consistency. What the fuck is this shit? Are they excited that the Bears won?
Go ahead.
Oh my God, what is happening right now? Southeastern Kaiju says, as a Gen Xer who saw the Iran hostage crisis in 79, this feels on par with the fall of Berlin Wall and the collapse of the USSR. Good times. It's going to be massive. Big Papa says, repeal the 19th and it's time for a new crusade. YouTube won't let me spell it correctly. Josie says, these dumb protests are small compared to the 2020 because they lack money backing. Doge took care of that. Also, PBD is Christian Persian. Matt Frog says, Doc Rivers' most blown 3-1 leads in playoff history. Choke coach is a DI hire. Glad I don't watch NBA anymore. Webhead Mike says, he should have been briefed better. Greg Kirby says, this is your brain on Democrats. Slain Hope says, wake up. These people, these aren't people. They are communist. Green says, I'm surprised the NBA has not canceled Larry Bird since he owned all the black players when he played. Hail to 199 and happy Jessica. Mod Eric says, Caleb wins. He's getting a lot of, no, I didn't want to think about that. Eric, you think about dicks a lot. Just saying. You think about dick a lot. It's very concerning. Chad says, I agree. I believe Tim Walz is going to jail. Ministry of Own Thing says, every angle that comes out is worse for the left. It feels like WikiLeaks drip of evidence. Let's see. No PhD Coyote. Remember the old days where LAPD treated you like a king? Slain Hope says, I feel bad about the dog, but it's now lying in the empty spot of their bed as a constant reminder that she sacrificed the person she loved. No hate. Coopster says, James is I got to be careful. I don't know who the hell that is. Russian Bot says they're celebrating 250 early. Mod Eric says no one is talking about Javier Milei has turned around Argentina and paid off his U.S. loan. Stephen Strange says it was nice of Walz and Frey to shut down the schools so that teachers could go riot. That's exactly what happened too. That's exactly what happened. Russ says, leftists always pull this shit. Remember the Covington kids and how they demonized them. Then the evidence proves media lied every time. We all remember that one. That was a horrible situation too. Absolutely horrible situation. Let's see if we got any updates. Okay, right here. So digital darkness. Iran flipped an internet kill switch during nationwide protest, cutting access to a fraction of normal levels of what NetBlock's CEO calls one of the most severe blackouts ever. So Iran is basically cutting off all internet. Meanwhile, the Iranian leader is tweeting and he's getting community noted like crazy on those tweets. Interesting how that works out. And there has been like a lot of, different, like, I can only tell you what is being reported. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know what's going on in Iran. I'm not going to pretend that I understand the ramifications of it, but I know it's going to be a big deal. Right here, police take down a large group of protesters blocking the street in Austin, Texas. Grindo Drum says, will you cover soccer World Cup on Sports Wars? That's going to be a Ryan question. I know we're definitely going to be picking up our coverage on Sports Wars about stuff, but I don't know what his plan is over there. But we do need to cover more stuff on Sports Wars for sure. What is this? Holy shit. Hold on. What is this? After J.D. Vance made a statement about ICE agents going door to door, a woman named Isabel Eli from Houston, Texas, made this comment. I have all the info I can find in the comments. Please repost and tag the FBI and anyone else. Let's see. You can of this that needs to know this woman threatened the life of our VP and his family. Why does he feel so comfortable saying this? We know where you live, JD. Holy shit. If that's true, holy crap. There's no community note on this. And I saw Breaking 911 tagged FBI in it. So that's how I saw it. Wow. These people are fucking insane. And they don't care. They don't view anyone that disagrees with them as a human being. That is wild. Countries where X is banned, countries trying to ban X. So if you're just tuning in and you missed it, reportedly, I believe it's either Axios or the Daily Mail, I can't remember, reported that UK, Canada, and Australia are trying to kind of join together and ban Twitter/X in an event to unify, because reportedly they don't think that Trump will get involved if they all ban it together. That's their theory behind this, which is a very bad theory, by the way. Very bad theory. Let's see. Not entirely true. I use X in Russia with a VPN. I wouldn't say that, but I'm glad you're able to. Every time, you know what's weird is every time I get blocked for some music or some shit on Twitter or on YouTube, every time I get blocked, it's usually blocked in Russia. It's really weird. Razorburn says, get Jay's book. The Daughter's Revenge. Let's see. Ordered at cover C over at Ripa. Beardo Fat Jeremy Gay. Slain Hope says, F Elon and FX. I just had to fight a ban for less. Yeah, well, I disagree with you on that. I don't care if you got banned for some mistake that happened. Elon's X has literally saved free speech. So, is it perfect? No. I don't even tweet that much anymore because I get tired of it. I don't like community notes. I don't like a lot of what's going on in it, but I'm not going to say fuck Twitter because I don't like something that's going on. Twitter's literally changed everything that we have to discuss online. It's changed everything. So, yeah. Let's see. Russia Bot says, Trump said he'll move the Olympics from LA last time. So now LAPD enforced the law because they're afraid of losing millions of fraud money. Karnakis says they can't ban everything. Learn about whatever the fuck you said. Mesh tastic. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I mean, I truly believe what Elon has done is he's changed everything. Him and Trump, without them, I think we'd be fucked without Trump and Elon at this point. And we need both of them working together. or we're going to be in very, very big trouble. What is this right here? One of the craziest interactions with an ICE officer or ICE protester yet. I would rather be home smoking weed. Why can't you be? Because GD Nazis. Okay, so how long do you plan to be out here? We're actually headed back to the car. What? Okay.
Would rather be at home smoking weed. Yes.
But why can't you be smoking weed right now?
Because goddamn Nazis. Goddamn Nazis.
Yes. And how long do you plan to be out here?
Oh, we're actually headed back to the car.
That's fucking retarded.
Thanks, Kanye. Very cool. Thanks, Kanye. Appreciate that. My goodness, dude. How do you end up in life like this? I have to report on this every night. Don't shoot the messenger. But it's official, ladies and gentlemen. The clip I'm going to show you, Donald Trump is done. You better appreciate what you had, because Trump is over. I regret to inform you, the liberals have won. Donald Trump is over. Somebody says an old video. It probably is an old video, but it's still funny as fuck. It probably is an old video. Fucking hell, man. What a fucking disaster. What a disaster. Canadians are worried Trump is going to attack and destroy Canada. It's too late. Their own radical left-wing government has already done that. Canada used to be roughly equivalent per capita economically with the USA, but now housing costs 2 times more and incomes are 30% lower. Bad policies have consequences. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. It's not going to be good. So, it's not going to be good for them. When Trump turns his attention to Canada, whenever he decides to do that, it will not be good. Yeah, this is interesting right here. Iranian civilians are being shot with live ammunition by Iran's regime. Where are the Hollywood celebrities? Where is Greta? Where is Ruffalo? Where's Pedro? Where are they at? Where are they? Now, I think that the last I heard, there's been I think there's been less than 50 Iranian civilians shot, but that's obviously too many. And Trump has already warned Iran that if you start killing civilians, then we're going to step in. I don't know how many have been killed, but last I heard it was like 40 or 50 or something like that. But I guess Trump warned them, if you start killing civilians, we're not gonna allow that. So I don't know the specifics of that though. 2,000 reported dead. I saw somebody in the chat. 2,000 reported dead so far. Let me see if I can find where. Let's see. Trump, Iran. Let's see. President Trump says Iran is looking at freedom, perhaps like never before. The USA stands ready to help. So there you have it from Trump, that he is ready to step in and help. So that's going to get very, very interesting. This was on January 2nd. if Iran shoots and violently kills peaceful protesters, which is their custom, the United States of America will come to their rescue. We are locked and loaded and ready to go. Thank you for your attention to this matter. It's interesting. It's interesting how none of these celebrities are talking about this, isn't it? Interesting indeed. Gunny Slate says, I mean, Jeremy, professional sports is no different than WCW. It's all scripted. I fucking love wrestling. What are you talking about? Especially WCW back in the day. I don't give a shit if it's scripted. Everything is scripted. Everything. Like all reality TV, news, every fucking thing is scripted. So even this show is scripted because we live in a simulation. I have no power here. It's all a simulation. I don't have any power. So your life is scripted. My life is scripted. All right. So I don't believe we live in a simulation. I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't believe that. Sometimes I question, though, like, do we live in a simulation? WCW will always be the GOAT. Dude, WCW back in the day was the best thing ever. It was so fucking good. This is a very interesting question. Why do liberal women insist on having their mental breakdowns on the internet? Why?
Don't ever fucking come at me about forgiving MAGA ever again. I will not forgive. Ever. I will never forget. Ever. And your protest votes are just as fucking bad. Those who can be reformed and brought back in when this is over can be. But that does not mean forgiveness. There is no forgiveness after this. And those of you who are still clinging, I wish ego death upon every one of you.
This has to be fake. Like this can't be real. I would have seen this before if this was legit. Unless it's new, this has to be like this has to be parody. There's like this is crazy. We have JD Vance just tweeted out. And it says arresting and deporting these people is absolutely critical to national security. National Democrats are going to get our law enforcement killed if they don't stop lying about this issue and the people working to keep us safe. 100% JD on point. And again, this is my politics right here. Let me see. What is this? Hang on. Full video of a protester climbing Iranian embassy in London, replacing Islamic Republic flag with pre-revolution lion. Holy, what? I respect the fuck out of it. That's awesome. That is awesome. So the other day, this video is a few days old. I don't know how many. Let's see, what is this? This was 3 days ago, but it's good information. because like I said, I like Patrick Bet David, and he obviously has a little more insight on the Iran situation. So this is him talking about the whole situation in Iran and Trump and how much they are asking for Trump to get involved.
Two cities appeal to Trump. Rob, if you want to go to that story first, Iranians are now changing street signs and putting Trump on there, folks. Iranians are asking for help from America. You'll see where I'm going with this. Iranians are asking for help from America and Trump. Iranians who live in Iran, who have Iranian license plates, like that one right there. Do you see the license plate on the back? That's an Iranian license plate. Play this clip here, Rob, if you could. Well, watch what they're doing. Okay. All right. Trump. T-R-A-M-P.
Bro, they're putting Trump signs up in Iran. This is insane. Trump is it's unbelievable how fucking powerful this man is. It's incredible. It transcends everything.
That's how you spell Trump in Farsi.
Is it like way?
Yeah, President Trump way. Yeah, zoom in a little bit to see is it way or avenue, what that says.
It's street.
Okay, street. There you go.
In Germany, they say Strasse, right?
Strasse, yeah.
Like Trump
yes.
Strasse.
So they're doing that. And then in the interim, Rob, if you got it, there's a bunch of different videos to go to. I don't know which one we want to go with. Watch this here. Watch this here. Is this the two cities, Rob?
This is Tehran, and then I also have another one.
This is Tehran. I like the way you say it, Rob, like you've been there 20 times. I can't wait for you to say when we're doing a podcast on Tehran. Rob's going to call his wife, babe, we just finished.
It's what I've said. I've said this before on previous shows before, and I'll continue to say it again, but we often don't appreciate the moment that we're in. And then obviously once the moment passes, that we look back on it with nostalgia because we go, oh, well, things are never going to be as great as they were. And in a lot of cases, that's absolutely true. But we are truly never going to experience anything in our lifetime like Trump again. We're never going to experience it. So appreciate it because you're not going to get anything like this again. He is a once in a century human being. It's unreal what this man does and the impact he has on not only this country, but the world.
The podcast in Tehran. Look at that. They're not letting up. Khamenei is not in a good place right now whatsoever. Khamenei is not on a place where, you know, his people are not letting up. This is just Tehran, Iran.
Is that a fire there, like on a shop or something?
Yeah, all the way in the back, if you look closely. But Rob, the two cities, so there was on page 8. Oh, page 8. I keep looking at page 6. I'm like, where is this thing? So let me go to page 8. Trump, Iran on the brink. Okay, here we go. Iranian protesters issued a direct appeal to help from Donald Trump on Tuesday. Again, Iranian people appeal for help from Trump. The appeal shared on X showed a woman holding up a sign with words, Trump, a symbol of peace. Don't let them kill us. On it, the woman's cry for help amid reports of at least 29 deaths. Apparently, the number right now is 36. Just about 2 hours ago was 36. Could be even higher right now. More than 1,200 arrests, according to human rights activist news agency HRANA. They also report an escalation in force by security units, including the use of pellet guns, tear gas, and direct assaults on demonstrators. The National Council Resistance of Iran also claimed the cities of Abdanan, not Abadan. Abadan is a big city. Abdanan and Melek Shahi.
Even he struggles to say some of this shit. So again, if you're just tuning in, we're listening to Patrick Bet David talking about the Iran situation because unlike a lot of YouTubers and podcasters, I'm not going to pretend I understand any of this shit over there. But I do. What I see and what I'm hearing is very inspiring for multiple reasons. It really is incredible.
Effectively taken over by protesters today. There were a major development in two cities in Western Iran that have effectively taken over, and people are actually celebrating in the streets. They are chanting death to Khamenei. Despite everything the regime has done, the fear factor seems to have shifted because people have made the suppressive forces flee. Rob, which clip is this one here?
That's the city that you mentioned.
Abdanan.
Yep.
Okay. Why don't you try to pronounce it? This is Abdanan. Okay, celebrating. Okay.
سیل جمعیت شهرستان آبدانان 15 دی‌ماه نیروی انتظامی با مردم.
God, I love it, man. I was born in this era. The biggest revolution in the history of mankind in Iran. 9 million people, they say, revolted. 4 to 9 million people revolted. The numbers vary. Here's what Trump had to say. Trump said, he came out and said, if you do anything to Iran, I want to see what that page is on, Rob. Trump specifically told Iran, where's that story, Rob? I know it's somewhere here. It could be in the addendum. Let me see in the addendum side.
Real quick, John freaking Murdoch for 50 says, hey, Jeremy, I grew up during the Reagan era and thought he was the greatest president. I now know that Trump is the greatest president of all time. It's only the start of 2026. And wow, so much has happened. Hail IDOTS and happy Jessica. 1000%, man. You know, and the people, like, every time I see people crying about my support of Trump, I just realize how retarded they are, because it truly is just incredible how good of a job he is doing and continues to do.
Venezuela, Trumpy. Anyways, he told Iran that if you do anything, I'm going to come out and take care of the people. Do you see that story? I thought I just saw the story there of Trump. Anyways, well, there it is. So if Iran shots and violently kills peaceful people, which is their customary, okay, this is an older one. But there was another one that he said, page 8.
3.
Do you see it?
Trump warns Iran he will rescue protesters.
That's the one. What page is
page
that
3.
on? Page 3. Trump threatens that he will rescue protesters, Financial Times, if anything happens to them, which is the same one that Rob has up here. But then here's what happened. Reza Pahlavi posted a video yesterday. He did two things.
It's crazy. Like, if you've been following this as long as I have, when Trump first got into politics, it was, I didn't think he could win. And honestly, I didn't think he was serious. I didn't think he was serious. And I mean that, like, from a standpoint of, I just thought Trump was working another promotion. I mean, this is right off of, like, The Celebrity Apprentice. I just figured Trump was just promoting something. You know, he's a very entertaining guy. He's always been a very entertaining guy. He's always been a very articulate, smart guy. But I was just like, he's not, you know, he's going to get in there for a little while. He's going to ruffle some feathers, but I didn't think he was seriously going to win this thing when he first got involved. And we all saw the dismissal of so many people in politics, in Hollywood, in the media. People just said he had no chance. And then once he stayed in, they got even more ridiculous with how they approached him and dismissed him. And thinking about where we were then to where we are now and everything that has happened since then to now, we're at the point where places around the world are begging for Trump to save them. It's fucking incredible. It really is the greatest story, political story ever told.
He did three things, actually. He did an interview with Wall Street Journal, okay, where in the interview, he's being asked, do you want intervention? Meaning, do you want America to intervene and to help you? In this interview, this is one of the comments he made that's confused a lot of Iranians. Now, obviously, the people that are that he can't do anything wrong in their eyes, they're not going to protest to this. But the logical, reasonable players who are looking at this saying, wait a minute, you're saying you don't need a single boot of your military on the ground in Iran? Yes, I don't need it. Iranians are saying, Trump, come help us. But you're not saying you don't need anything. No, we don't need any intervention. They're going to be able to do it all by themselves. Okay, no problem. So that's the role he's playing. That's what he thinks the strategy. And then he got back from vacation, I believe from Bahamas, and he posted a video. Rob, which clip is that?
This was the protesters in the street begging for Trump to prevent any
Can
type
you play
of,
that, please?
Yep.
Go for it. Comac, help. Yeah, here's what he said. He says foreign intervention,
wow,
such as operations in Venezuela, was as Reza Pahlavi emphasized that the regime must be carried out by Iranian people themselves with no need for foreign military intervention for special operations. The regime is in the weakest state and the people are protesting to bring it to an end. So It doesn't need.
When the Iran stuff actually starts popping off, I just found my thumbnail. Boom. Tell me that ain't great right there. That is a thumbnail right there, boys, okay? That right there is perfect. That'll be the thumbnail. That is a hell of a thumbnail right there.
Help. For 47 years, Iran, do you think the 1979 revolution happened without intervention? By the way, do you think your father became the king without any intervention? Do you think your father, let me say that again, your father, a man I support, do you think he became the leader of Iran without intervention? You don't think anybody got involved for Mossadegh to fall? You think Mossadegh was like, all of a sudden decided to step away and go live in a small little village? And I'm not a socialist. Mossadegh was a modern day Bernie Sanders. He would have been horrible for Iran. Your father was good for Iran, okay? My opinion. There's a lot of people that are saying certain things nowadays about your father. I thought it was great for Iran. But here's a message, which, by the way, I like that he's playing offense. Watch the message he just said here. I just don't understand some of the sequencing. Here's a message that he just gave. Go ahead, Rob, if you want to play this clip. Go ahead.
در این چند روز گذشته من از نزدیک تظاهرات و راهپیمایی شما را دنبال کردم.
Over the last week, I've watched you.
امروز در بازار تهران.
I feel like he made a statement today praising Trump. I think I'm going to have to look that up while I let this play. I think he made a statement today.
Taking place today in the bazaars, despite the regime's ongoing violence, you are resisting and it's inspiring. You have certainly noticed large crowds reportedly led the regime to flee, increased defections of the Iranian people, critical to keep these demonstrations disciplined and large as possible.
I am correct. Here we go. So right here, the world today stands with your national revolution and admires your courage. In particular, President Trump. He has declared that he is ready to help you. I know that I will soon be by your side. That is today that was released. So this video is from a couple days ago.
This is my first call with you. This Thursday and Friday, January 8th and 9th at 8 p.m. Wherever you are, whether in streets or even in your own homes, I'll call you to begin chanting exactly what's on your heart. Based on your response, I will announce the next calls to action. Okay, so he's asking people to chant what they want. Do they want his return? Do they want him to be there? And then I think he was on Hannity yesterday. Rob, I don't know if you have that clip or not.
Right here.
Is that the clip? Yeah, that's the clip. If you want to play that clip, go forward.
Look, in all these years, I've never seen an opportunity as we see today in Iran.
He's right
Iranian
about
people
this. This is
are
the
more than
biggest
ever
opportunity
committed
ever.
to bring an end to this regime, as the world has witnessed in the last few days. The level of demonstrations unprecedented in Iran, over 100 cities and millions of people on the street chanting death to the dictator, an end to this regime. And by
yeah, I saw a few of you mention this streamer right here because Normal Man says, check out, is it Tuzi TV's coverage? He is Iranian with sources on the ground. And also this other person, I'm not even trying to pronounce the name, Goldie something, is also a good person to follow on this. And I see many of you mentioning them in the chat. This is going to be a big story, and I don't think the mainstream is going to cover this to the level that they should and focus in on, because it's going to be way too good for Trump, way too positive for Trump, and the mainstream is going to all but ignore this. And of course, the Hollywood celebrities and the human right weirdos, they're going to ignore this. And Normal Man also said, I heard Elon was the one who smuggled in the Starlink devices into Iran. Elon is one of the most important figures of the 21st century. 1,000% agreed. 1,000%. Wyatt says Goldie, who is a top Iranian activist on YouTube, is live streaming right now. She is a good girl and Trump supporter. What if you two merge your shows for a while? She has 30,000 people listening. I don't know how to do that, but I'm all for like mods dropping links to these streams if they're looking for more information on this. I have no problem supporting highlighting people that are like covering this that have knowledge of it. So mods, feel free to drop links to those channels that people are mentioning. Slang Hope says Elon changed the algorithm to deboost you for saying naughty words, posting links, and engaging with accounts you don't follow. Free speech, my ass. Well, first of all, Twitter is not free speech. So that's just like, it's not free speech. It never was free speech. It might have, yeah, I know that it was advertised as that, but it's not free speech, but it's the best we have under the circumstances. If it was truly free speech, they wouldn't have it in the Apple and Android stores. This is a Fletch says, my eyes. Sean Austin says, Canada and company only using Elon as an excuse for more censorship. JDT says, we live in a tardulation. Forest Beyond the Tree says, have you seen this PSYOP anime channel in your feed? They are making anime-themed videos very quickly on situations like Iran and Maduro. I haven't. One thing that I am, like, a lot of people are anti, all of the AI videos that are out there. Like, I'm just going to start making reaction videos on all of the AI garbage videos out there. And it's a win-win for me. You give me content, you've put together some AI garbage, I'll react to your AI garbage and I'll get, views off of it. So it's whatever. Zinni Biscuit says, let's be real. The lion on the flag is way cooler. Go Bears. Sorry, as of May last year, I have to cheer for them and the White Sox. No worries. What's up, Zinni Biscuit? Let's continue this video.
But it is about time that Iran gets its opportunity to free itself from a tyrannical regime. Look.
So here's what I would say. He's right. It's the closest it's ever been. But I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this very clearly. All the comments and stuff that comes at me does nothing to me. I have one priority. I want to see Iran be free. These Iranian people, these young men, young boys, young women that are in the streets protesting, making all the noise with the burden of families that their kids are out there doing what they're doing. No one's going through tougher times than them. But Reza Pahlavi, you better close the deal this time. Because if you don't, you're done. You are done. I will, for the rest of my life, call you the Jeb Bush of your family, which there's nothing wrong with that. He's a very nice man.
Everybody knows that's an insult. I don't care how much you want to justify it by saying he's an Jeb Bush is an insult. To be called Jeb Bush is an extremely bad insult.
But he's not George Bush, and he's definitely not George Bush Sr. And it's okay if you're Jeb Bush. You've done what you've done. You do very.
What's sad is that George W. Bush is truly an evil, horrible human being. But calling someone Jeb Bush is still a worse insult. I don't know how that happened, but Jeb Bush is George W. Bush is significantly more terrible than Jeb Bush as a human being. But yet calling people Jeb is like, dude, that's low.
Good interviews. You've done very good things over the years, but I hope you close the deal. I hope all this pressure, I hope the amount of frustration you and your people are getting from me drives the hell out of you to prove a point to say, we're going to go get this done. I hope you do.
What up, Dermy?
I hope you drive like hell. I hope you do. I think you're going to back down at the last minute. And I hope I'm wrong. By the way, if I'm wrong, I'll be the first person to come out and say it. I'll be the first person to come out and say it if I'm wrong. I'm not trying to be right or wrong here. I'm trying to see Iran to be free. I don't have anything in this here. I don't want nothing from you. I don't need any. You typically need money from other people. I don't need nothing from you. Nothing. I got so many messages from people that message me, very, very well-known celebrities, very, very well-known names, saying, keep pushing because it's driving him. Don't worry about all the backlash you're getting and all the things that people are saying. You indirectly could become the enemy to drive him to get to work because you're the only one that's saying what millions of Iranians are thinking that have been waiting for 47 years, and he could play a very big role. I don't care what you do. I'm going to be on you like white on rice because to me, you're not my king. My president is Donald J. Trump. And your father was a king I respected that I was painting in my house. You're not Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. You're Reza Pahlavi. You're not a crown prince. And it's constitutional monarchy that you're trying to push, and now you're changing, flip-flopping. We need intervention. We don't need intervention. Just last year, you said Israel should attack Iran. Now you're saying no. So how do you change your intervention philosophy? Stick to your freaking philosophy. What do you believe in? You know what it's almost like, Tom? Here's what it's almost like. Let me tell you what the frustrating part is. It's almost like one day, no, let's do this. And then he talks to 7 people. Oh, okay, you're right. No, let's do this. And he talks to 5 people. No, let's do this. No, what do you think as the leader is the right? Should they intervene or no?
Trump needs to be king of the world. That's. I mean, I know people get really like, oh my God, you know, because truly, like, I'm saying it in a very kind of tongue-in-cheek way, but I also, like, in isolation, I believe that he should. I just know in reality that's not possible because you can't set a precedent like that. But it's just that there's nobody like this guy. There's nobody that can deal with the shit that he deals with. And of course, he's 79 years old, but he does need to be king of earth. But it's not going to happen, unfortunately.
Have you called yet? Have you called the White House? I hope you have. I hope your team has.
Trump being called king of earth is the coolest shit ever. King of earth, Donald Trump.
I hope they want to talk to you. I hope you want to talk to them. By the way, if Trump gives you a call, you are the luckiest man alive because your reputation is on the line. And this is going to be the closest chance you're ever going to get. Ever going to get. It's not going to get closer than this. So if you want to help the Iranian people, so all the reputation and rumors that people would say all you cared about is going to families and raising money, and the fact that you've never had a job in your life, you've never ran a job in your life, your entire life, every day 3 o'clock games, chess and all this other stuff that you have based on the things I'm hearing from everybody, this is your chance. I will be the biggest supporter and fan if you pull this off. I'll go on Twitter, on X, on YouTube telling you respect the man pulled it off. I'll be the one that'll say it everywhere. I'll be the one that says it. But I'm very comfortable calling you the Jeb Bush of your family. You. Very comfortable if you don't pull this off. I love seeing all this virality stuff that's happening with Iran. I love it. Man. I love all this stuff that's happening right now. I hope you are working your ass off morning till night. I hope you're a diplomat calling people. Learn from Trump that he has relationship with his friends, his allies, his enemies. He talks to everybody. He talks to everybody. And he moves on very quickly because that's what the Iranian people need. But something tells me you're kind of like, well, let me tell you who I am. Do you know who I am? You are. And all the people around you, Shama Shahan Shahi. They can't talk to you like that. You are the crown prince. You're not. You are currently Reza Pahlavi. If you close the deal, I will call you whatever it is. If you do. Till then, Aghay Reza Pahlavi. Let's see your fight.
So there's Patrick Bet David, and I saw that we just got a big super chat from Justin. Says, I have your channel on my TV, and is it Goldie on my phone? Her stream has been very informative of Iran. You should do a simulcast with her. Yeah, I don't really do simulcast, but I did go over, and this is her stream right here. So she's reacting to some stuff going on, and obviously, if she's got more information on this than me or the average retard that's going to be covering the Iran stuff. So this is the channel right here. She got 4,500 people watching right now. So I think this is going to be a huge story. Maybe you don't think that this is an important story. I'm here to tell you that it is a very important story in my humble opinion. And I think people should be paying attention to this because it's going to get massive. And of course, President Trump is very much plugged into this story, and he is offering full support from the United States of America. So get ready for this to pop off because it's going to pop off. It's going to be huge. Let's see here. I think it's important. Alpha Aurora says, I think it's important, just not confident it'll be a revolution. Well, if Trump is not in power, I would agree. But with the so you go back to, from what I know of this, and if someone corrects me if they want to correct me if I'm wrong, from what I understand on my limited knowledge, the 12-day war that happened with America recently really crippled Iran and all of their abilities. I mean, that like Trump kicked their ass really badly. And now they've had an economic collapse. And at this point, with everything that's going on with the protests and the rise ups, historically, the leadership would have put an end to that very, very quickly. And now the resources are collapsing in the country, and that's leading to this rising up from the people. And so, yeah, right now, and of course, Trump offering his support. Trump is the most, Mike Johnson said this last year, and I agree with this, that Donald Trump is the most powerful politician that we've had in our lifetime, maybe of all time. Right now, he has more power than any president has ever had. He has more influence and around the world than anyone ever has. And it's mainly because a lot of them know that they can't fuck with him. So anyway, good stuff. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Southeastern Kaiju says Trump is the unprecedented leader Obama wasn't. Correct. Elydium X Game says, I agree that Trump isn't playing 4D chess, but he did have 4 years to plan what is happening. Keep up the low tier content. Hail the 199. Low tier content, always what we do around here. Slain Hope says, if X is such free speech site, why do people self-censor when saying naughty words like murder and shooting and rape? X is controlled opposition. Slain Hope, I literally just told you that X is not free speech. I don't know what, like, I literally just said it's not free speech, and you're asking me to argue against a point that I didn't make. I don't know what, like, you're very emotional over this. Settle down. I didn't say it was free speech. You said I posted that before that. Well, fuck me. I feel bad now. Okay, anyway. Philip Johnson says Trump is literally president of the world. Trump 2028. God bless America. Hail the 199. Let's see here. No PhD Coyote says some jackass still thinks that Trump made fun of handicap reporter on one of his first rallies. I know. All the horror businesses, we can't have U.S. troops in Iran. Terrorists will flood the country to attack them. Matt Frog says the Middle East is a different animal than Latin America. Trump needs to be extremely cautious and smart. Don't overcommit. Slain Hope says, for the record, I didn't get banned. I fought and won. Well, I'm happy you did. But I've said for the longest time that Trump is not Trump. X is not free speech. Twitter is not free speech. I've said that for the longest time. America Man says, I think these protests fizzle before the month's end. Heartless strangers won't come out in the cold over a gay white woman. Well, let's see if we have anything cooking right now. So the same fucking furries are standing outside on these feeds. You got Portland and I guess this is all Portland. So at this point, this is literally Portland every day. So there's not a whole lot of interest here. And I guess this is the time of night where it gets really cold. I did see this right here, though. Persians for Trump protester goes off on the regime. You're going to want to hear the end. I don't know what I'm about to listen to.
The shirt that says Persians for Trump, meant to represent my ancestral heritage along with my patriotism for this United States of America. And so far, I'm wearing it because, like, the fact that I stand with President Trump in his tough, hardline, aggressive stance, maximum pressure against the Ayatollah and the Islamic regime in Iran. And pretty soon, I pray and I hope that Iran will be free once again and that we'll have fair and democratic elections in Iran.
What do you say to the Trump Republicans who believe that we shouldn't get involved in these sorts of things?
I think ultimately, like, they're not the ones who make the call. I think President Trump is the commander-in-chief. He's the one who has the final word. And I believe that he is the man for the job. that he was elected by the majority and won the popular vote for a reason, and especially among the Iranian community, because we knew that he would handle Iran well.
What would you like to see Trump do next right now?
I hope he bombs the shit out of them.
Okay. And specifically, you want him to take out Khomeini, or?
I would love to see him destroy Khamenei.
There you have it right there. But yeah, if there's anything like signal boosting any of these people that are talking about it that you guys are watching, feel free to let me know more about it. And because I do think this is a very important story, and I think a lot of people need to start paying attention to this. And I will do the best of my ability to cover what I can and give you my low tier response. That's what we do around here. Okay. Yeah. So kind of everything's kind of fallen off right here. Dave Moore says Trump literally shushing Jeb like he's a kid is still glorious. Let me talk quiet. It is good. King Solo Wing says the Middle East is still in BC time. They don't believe in Jesus' resurrection, so they never changed the AD, hence the child sister and the goat marriage. Well, we're at the 2-hour mark. Not that I have it on a timer, but I think I had no plans to go live tonight, but I think we're probably going to end it there because I need to try to make some videos for Geeks and Gamers, the main channel. So like I said, I wasn't planning on going live tonight, but I did because it's awesome and I missed all of you. But it's thank you, Laughing Man. And but the mods are really ready for me to go. So but I do appreciate it. We've had a lot of new subscribers to the channel and there's a lot to talk about. We could be on 7 days a week at this point, nonstop. Keep notifications on. Here's what I need to start doing. I need to get better about this. However, I do know one thing. Jessica will be, well, I hate to speak for her, but Jessica should be able to tweet out from CobraCast 199 Twitter when I go live, and I'll retweet it from my D-Day Cobra. So if you need more notifications, you can follow me on Twitter, and Jessica will be tweeting out when I go live on CobraCast 199. Right, Jessica? There, she says, oh, yes. There you have it, okay? So you can follow CobraCast 199, and you can follow my D-Day Cobra account. I'll tweet out when I go live so that notifications will, hopefully, they haven't been great on YouTube for some people. All right, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. Congratulations to the Bears. The Panthers didn't win. That sucked. We got more football tomorrow, and I'll be trying to keep an eye on all the craziness going on in the world. We're going to end with Sabaton for Kate. You guys have a good evening, and we'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.
Victory!